Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. It's summertime, Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny, we got fights. We do have fights. People that showed up, made weight. They're here to slug it out. Who are they?
Well, Mike, once again, you've got a range of different fighters walking in from all different aspects of life and training. Guys that have put in their time in the gym. And then you got a couple guys that, hey, they've never really trained a lot, but they're just in here to scrap it out and fight.
Well, we've got plenty of those. And now that we're talking, on our web forum the other day, a guy said, Mike, you are the least funny person I've ever heard speak the English language.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. That goes without saying, Mike. The people here are not amused by your comments.
Clearly, we should stop talking and start slugging. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Ultimate Combat Experience starts now.
Warriors of the ultimate fight, get in the ring for the ultimate flight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight, get in the ring for the ultimate flight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight, get in the ring for the ultimate flight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight, get in the ring for the ultimate flight.
In your welterweight division, we're reading the script down here because they're both first-timers. We know absolutely nothing about these guys, Johnny, except what they told us backstage, what they tell us.
Well, Levi Kolesar said, hey, I'm getting a little older in my age, and I think this is a great opportunity to...
Older in his age?
He's getting older. He's getting old in age, Mike. Old in age. He wants to come inside the cage and see what he has before he turns into an old man.
How old is he?
I have no clue. I didn't even ask him which one.
But he's getting up there in years. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Yuji
No, bless you, Johnny, bless you. Who?
Yuji
Yushitsuka.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it injustice.
Welterweight, no holds barred. Check it out.
Name's Yuji, Johnny.
Yuji.
Yushitsuka.
Levi
Kolesar.
Levi Kolesar, Mike. We're in the campfire. This kid's a pretty solid wrestler. He's got good takedowns, good hips, not afraid to mix it up. And
Not super animated though, Johnny. He doesn't say a whole lot. At 5'10", 160 pounds, training over at UCE.
Sometimes it's hard to talk to these guys. They don't have much to say.
I'm getting older. I was a really bad boxer and a somewhat decent grappler, so I'm trying to play somewhere in the middle of that. I'm bigger than you are.
That says it all right there, Johnny.
There it is. There it is. And I don't know if I remember properly, Mike, you know, getting in here and interviewing with Yuji, talking to him backstage, I didn't really understand a whole lot. Other than the fact that he's real excited to get in here and do this.
He's from Japan. He's 5'10", 160 pounds, and his nickname is...
Because my friend's going to graduate the school, so they want to see me fighting, so I decided to do it. I used to do karate back in Japan, and since I came here, I train at the U with my friends, pretty much at wrestling and stuff. I hope I'm gonna win, and I don't know much about him, so good luck.
I'm going to throw a little plug right here for that group up at the U, the Sama group. They've got a good bunch of guys that get up there and train MMA and do Jiu Jitsu up there. And Yuji is just part of that group, and a bunch of them came out tonight to see him fight. They say he's a real tough kid.
Yeah, Mike, well, you know, this Kolesar kid, once again, Mike, well, I really don't know what to say about these guys other than they're first-timers, and they're getting in the cage to mix it up. Now, let's just see what happens.
All right, there you see Yuji coming up over the top with a nice right hand. That's part of his karate background, perhaps. He's reputed to be pretty tough on the ground, but it looks like he's handling himself pretty well on his feet.
Yeah, Mike. Oh, yeah, until now. No, he's throwing a couple knees underneath there, Mike. He looks like he's working that clinch. And then comes over the top with the big right.
And he sends Kolesar to the ground, and Kolesar says, I've had enough of this. I'm taking it down.
Mike, it looked like he hit him again. It kind of wobbled him a little bit. Then Kolesar goes instinctively for a takedown. It wasn't more for offense than it was for defense because he was getting racked.
Absolutely, right here. Now you're seeing Yuji doing a good job of positioning and pushing Kolesar up against the cage, but he left an arm behind, Johnny.
Yeah, left the arm behind Mike, and I think that's... we could possibly be seeing an arm bar right here.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, that thing is torqued. That thing is torqued.
Wow.
But
Yuji, they got to stop that. They
gotta
going
stop
the wrong
it.
way.
But you know, Yuji hasn't tapped yet, Mike.
That's because his arm's broken. Can't tap when
That
your
thing
arm's
is
broken.
bent.
Yeah, Dave, stop that thing.
Well, Mike, you never know. There's a tap. There it is.
Jeez, you had to get that thing folded in half before he taps. That's a tough kid right there. He's like Gumby, but man, that thing was on.
Holy cow! Kolesar throws on an armbar after a solid shot from Yuji. Wow, Mike.
And then his face expression hasn't changed, whether he's winning or losing.
Oh, there he goes. Kiss to the crowd.
Go to markmarine.com or call Marine Credit Systems 467-9980.
Yuji, it's your first time, man. You got in here. How do you feel?
I thought I can take him by striking, but I go to the ground, so.
Hey, no, you hit him with a good shot, and it dropped him. And I saw you rearing up. You're ready to kick him, but unfortunately, you can't do that yet. But when you get to the big leagues, that can happen. Hey, tonight you were good, brother, but just not good enough. Thanks for being a part of the experience. Is there anyone you need to thank?
There's my friends over there.
Your friends?
They're gonna graduate.
Well, they were here cheering. They were cheering loud for you. I could hear them. So, hey, congratulations for stepping in here, and we'll see you soon. This post-fight interview brought to you by Ayers Law Firm and the DUI Hotline. Give Tyler a call at 255-5555 or check him out online at utahduihotline.com.
Look at Levi over here acting like, it's another day's work. Another day's work. How does it feel?
It felt really good.
You're not even sweating.
I got lucky.
You got lucky?
Yes.
You know, I got to tell you, that was a pretty tough kid. You caught him in an arm lock, but I could have seen that going either way. I mean, he's a pretty slick kid. He caught you, though. He got a shot.
Hard. Yeah, that was hard. That was like a truck.
It was the second hardest hit because you hit the ground a little harder. But you got up. I mean, that was the thing. I mean, you weathered it. That right there is the big test. You passed it, came back, really nice arm lock. Nice work there. Finished the job. What's next for you, man?
I'll see if my foot will heal up and then maybe come back. I'd like to thank the Utah Valley State College wrestlers for teaching me how to get back up.
It sounds like they came out to support you tonight there.
They're the liquored up ones over there.
The liquored up ones?
I'm the designated driver.
Go join them, brother. Great job tonight. Congratulations. Johnny, that arm lock, it was on, Johnny, it was on.
Oh, it was on all the way, Mike. You could see that once he adjusted and rolled over, that arm was, and even Yuji goes, I heard it pop. That's why I started tapping.
I got to tell you, though, Yuji was enduring the pain. It was on for a little while there, and he was sucking it up, but once those things are on, they're on.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do. Live to fight another day. Tap out, come back and do this thing again.
Speaking of that, come back. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, Mark Marine here. Let me tell you why you should buy your next car from me. I'm that guy that's dedicated to making sure you understand how it all works. Let's talk sell price. Sell price is more than white shoe polish on the window. An artificially low sell price is like promising diamond earrings and only delivering on the Pierce. Call me today and you can kick the dealer, not the tires. It's the only way to buy.
Go to markmarine.com or call Marine Credit Systems 467-9980.
You've seen it on late night television, or you may have attended a weekly taping Saturday nights at Sandy Station. The Ultimate Combat Experience is the most exciting show in town, and now it's available on demand through Comcast. Simply push the on-demand button on your remote control, click on Sports and Fitness, Local, then the Ultimate Combat. It's just that easy. The best thing, it's all free with Comcast digital cable. Just like that, you could be enjoying the hard-hitting action of the Ultimate Combat Experience on demand with Comcast. when we started the night tonight, we had a few things that we had to take care of, and not the least of which was we had to resolve who is going to the finals in St. George in the light heavyweight division. We've got the first of the semifinal matches coming out right now. Who are they, Johnny?
Well, you got Demarques Johnson, Mike, a guy that when he fights and he's calm and he's composed, he's dominant. Sometimes his head gets messed up mentally, Mike, and he doesn't get in there like he should. But I think tonight he looked calm, he looked composed, he looked ready to go.
When he walked into the venue, it was like,
in the zone.
You'll see tonight. So, but who's he going up against, Johnny?
Well, he's fighting the Magic Man in Hank, the Mr. Weiss, Mike. This guy is a magician. He pulls things out of his hat. You think you got him in something, you think you're beating him, and then all of a sudden, whap, your ankle's getting twisted off. So Hank is one of these guys that you never count him out, ever.
Okay, listen, this could go any way. Light heavyweight, no holds barred, check it out.
But that couldn't be any more true. Demarques could just demolish Hank. Hank could just pull a feather out of his hat and just catch something. Demarques did something real quick. This could go 3. It could go any direction, Johnny.
Yeah, Mike, well, that's the first fight. We didn't really know much about those guys. We know a lot about Hank Weiss, a lot about Demarques Johnson. And Hank Weiss, Mike, is a Hall of Famer, a submission expert, and again,
he is the UCE.
Well, I'm a grappler. Everyone knows that, but I don't know what to say about what you can expect to see. Just imagine this thing is, I'm just going to turn this cage into a living hell pretty much. So expect to see fire around the cage and all kinds of crazy, silly stuff. Well, I've just been doing jiu-jitsu down with Paul Tom at the Academy of Mixed Martial Arts. I haven't been training very much, but more than I used to. So, you know, the weight's down. I got, well, you can't see because my belt's tightened and the camera's up, but the vise is slimming up. So I'm getting a little bit more, I don't know, slick. I'm gonna win today, Demarques, because I don't know. My powers just feel really good today. I feel powerful. I lost last time, and I hate losing.
Slimming up, Johnny, becoming more chick-worthy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, why not, right? It's the Vice. The guy's a flipping legend. Hank Weiss.
He absolutely is. And Demarques Johnson is trying to make his mark and become a legend himself. Training over there with Team Elite, and lists his fight style as the ground and pound.
Yeah, I'm trying my best, like I said, to dial my stuff in. I mean, you know how it goes. It's a mental thing. I'm just trying to dial myself in. Mentally, I feel good. I'm not freaking out. I'm not overly angry, road raging on anybody. I could hug you right now. Well, recently our gym just moved, so everyone got kind of scattered, but we're relocated now to the old paintball planet, 90th South and like Sandy Parkway. Basically, a lot of wrestling, just because I was planning on fighting a wrestler, and Hank's a better wrestler than I, so good on me. I've been doing a lot of stand-up, working on my hands. I mean, I started working on my hands ever since the Harold Lucambio fight. I mean, that's just one of the things I sucked at, and now I'm getting a little bit better at it. And, you like me. Hank, I got nothing but respect for you, but it's time to hurt some feelings. Let's go.
Both these guys have a lot of regard for one another, and I think a lot of respect for one another inside the cage. There's no doubt about it, but both these guys are...
Oh, Mike, I'm excited. I'm excited about this fight. I've got goosebumps. I'm just really waiting to see what happens because these guys are so amped up to fight. It's for pride, Mike. The championship was on the line for these guys to move on and advance in this round.
Absolutely. We talked about this light heavyweight division being really where it's at. It's where all the talent is this round, and these two guys are certainly among the top of that category, and certainly in the semifinals right here. And the winner moves on to the finals, Johnny.
Yeah, Mike, these guys have had enough fights, Mike, that standing striking rule is allowed, 3-minute rounds. They're going to be working to advance in everything, Mike.
Are these guys doing 3 3s or 3 5s? I thought
they're doing 3 5s. Oh, 3 5. You're right, Mike. Sorry, 3 5-minute rounds.
These guys are the pros, man. This is the pro level fights here, and you see right here that both these guys deserve to be in that category.
Well, once again, Mike, we talked about Hank Weiss's grappling, but he's not afraid to do those kind of crazy kicks. and possibly just a setup for this, because we've seen so many times where Hank is getting beat on his feet. He's getting ground and pound, then all of a sudden, whap, he'll just catch it and twist something the way you don't want it twisted.
Johnny, he knows, and Demarques knows, he wants to take Demarques down. There's no doubt about it. Those kicks are not really intended to land. Those kicks are intended to set up a shot for a takedown. So far, he hasn't been able to score that takedown. Although he used to throw kicks as a setup, and they used to be really, really ugly. His kicks actually look like they're getting a little better.
They look good, Mike, but you know, Demarques, it looks good here too, Mike. You talked about his mental and his patience, and you know, what does he need to do to overcome a guy like Hank Weiss? And that's this: stay calm, stay composed, pick your shots. Don't go to the ground with him. Don't tie up, and don't fight Hank's fight.
Well, and Demarques is doing a good job of staying in the middle of the ring. He's not finding himself pinned up against the cage at any time. Right there, you see that Hank did finally score that takedown. He's in the guard of Demarques, however.
He's in the guard. Demarques, his corners are telling him, get up, back to your feet. Hank can't stand and strike here, Mike, and I wouldn't be surprised if he went back and looking for a heel hook or a toe fold from this position.
Well, he is striking there, and he might be looking for all that stuff, but Demarques doing a good job of using his feet, keeping the distance far away, and then pulling him the distance in close to him.
Just for the people watching at home, that if Hank can stand and strike a down fighter, Demarques can also up kick, and we've seen knockouts in the past from people doing up kick, and kick you right in the face and knock you out if he gets the opportunity.
They can certainly do that. Beautiful reversal right there by Demarques Johnson. Just hooked the leg and heisted his hips, and there he wound up right up on top and landed a couple big shots there from full mount.
Yeah, Hank was not expecting that, Mike, and gosh, neither was I. But Demarques did say he had to work on his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu and his reversals and his takedowns because of the fact that he was fighting Hank. And what's the best way to do that is just to train against it.
Kind of give you a little history lesson here. Hank Weiss wrestled at BYU, pretty decent college wrestler, and you know, his takedowns are as good as anybody in this show. Right there, though, you see Demarques doing a great job of getting the reversal and really throwing some big sharp elbows here. Those will cut you open, Johnny.
Yeah, those will cut you open, Mike. They'll definitely flatten your nose, that's for sure, because those things were solid. They were landing right where Demarques wanted them to, and man, the only thing Hank could do is roll over from those because he was getting racked.
He was getting racked, and I think I saw his nose turn red and get a little swollen up here. Right here, Demarques putting the squeeze on, got that figure 4 on the body, and that'll take the wind out of you.
Oh, that body triangle is an uncomfortable, Mike B. Having hooks in is tough, but this is even worse. He gets literally squeeze the air right out of Hank with that.
Well, you know what? He says, oh man, that was a very well-timed kick, and I think that broke Hank's nose. You can tell that really bothered him.
Oh, and you can see Hank is now pissed. He's upset, Mike, and I don't know if that's the way you want to fight a Hank Weiss, Mike, because if he does get something on, he might not just let go if you tap. He might just
mad, but he's also hurt. That was a tough kick right there. Hank was able to shoot in and get a takedown here, but I think he's rocked still, John. I think he's a little woozy. That kick landed as solid as I've seen one land in this show.
Well, Mike, when you saw his face afterwards, he really looked like he was pissed that Demarques hit him with that thing. Like, what in the hell did you just do? You just kicked me right in the face, buddy.
Yep. And he's following up from that as well. But Hank doing a good job pursuing that takedown, keeping after it, trying to get Demarques down on the ground. But Demarques making things very difficult for him.
Well, Demarques is doing a great job so far, Mike. He talked about his head as being in the game, and this is the Demarques that everyone in the gym says he is. You know, he's a guy that he'll beat at most people inside the gym. There's not a lot of guys that can hang with him. You know, even Jeremy Horn has problems with this guy, Mike, because when he's calm and composed, he's tougher than hell. And he's doing a great job against Hank Weiss tonight.
Well, the other thing is he's kind of had his sights set on Hank for quite some time. You know, Hank's been at the top of the game for a long time, and he really defines who's good in the show. Right here, boy, he just racked him with another shot. But he's had his focus on Hank Weiss for quite some time, and now he's got his opportunity to fight him and really doing a good job.
Yeah, Mike, you know, I hate to see Hank in this position where he's not getting... Oh, but then he throws a big right that if it would have connected, man, it probably would have knocked Demarques out.
Well, we've seen Hank do this before where he wants you to come down on the ground, and remember when Casey Skull bit into that and got ankle locked, and Demarques says, I'm going to have nothing to do with it. Stand up and fight me.
Well, which is probably not a bad idea, but Hank's nose, Mike, I think the doctor's going to take a really, really close look at that thing to see exactly what's wrong with it. It is broken.
It's broken, Johnny. It definitely is broken. There's no doubt about it, but we'll have to see if he's going to be able to continue. We'll have round 2 when we come back.
Half of all U.S. businesses are home-based. This free service helped me find the perfect home business.
Their free success kit made it simple.
All you need is a computer and a little desire.
I'm making $10,000 a month.
I work only 3 days a week and make $9,000 a month.
We're making $12,000 a month.
And we have more family time.
Be a part of this $427 billion industry.
I made enough money from my home business to buy a new home.
Your successful home-based business is just a click away. So log on to 214hpb.com.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, you're missing a great fight between Hank Lord Weiss and Demarques Johnson. And boy, you see right there the kick that Demarques landed in that first round really made the difference in the first round.
Oh, it did, Mike. It really set the tone in there. And now Hank, this is Hank. This is what I love about Hank. He's ready to go. His nose is broke, no doubt, but he's ready to rock and roll, Mike. Continue the fight.
You made a great point there that made Hank mad. Physically, it hurt him. It's hard to fight with a broken nose, but it made Hank mad. So we'll see what happens here in the second round.
Yeah, we'll see what Lord Weiss does with this anger, Mike. And that was a good hip down by Demarques right there. Hank shooting in. It looks like he almost tried a single leg, and Demarques hips down. But now Hank has a body lock, and Hank knows what to do from here.
Well,
Mike.
there really is no question on strategies for both these guys. Hank wants to try to take Demarques down. Demarques wants to try to stay on his feet. And Hank's as good at takedowns as anybody we've seen, but so far Demarques has been really good at defending that takedown.
Yeah, he tries for a head and arm there, Mike, and falls to his back. But right here, flops to his back, and this is where he wanted to be in the first place anyways.
Well, I think Hank would rather be on top, but he finds himself with his guard around Demarques Johnson, and really, as you mentioned, if you're not where you want to be, this is probably a close second for him.
Oh yeah, it is, Mike, because I think Hank, if you looked at his stats, most of his submissions are from this position, they're from his back. He'll wait for Demarques to make that mistake, leave something behind, and then he's really going to capitalize on it. He doesn't really do a lot from full mount other than punch and then set something up, but I think right here, Mike, he's gonna look for it.
You can see right there, that's why he didn't want to be on his back, because Demarques can land some shots, and right there it looks like he landed the big one. Oh man, Hank,
a huge elbow right there, Mike,
open.
and wow.
And this fight's over, folks.
That's it. That's it. That's a cut, Mike, that's going to require stitches right in the worst spot you could be, and it's bleeding bad.
Johnny, this is really, really tough for me to see a legend of our show go down like that, but at the same time, it's exciting to see Demarques on his way up to really get his things together. What an exciting weight class this has turned out to be.
Well, Mike, he's going to fight the winner of the next bout in the finals. So it's the drama's there.
This post-fight interview sponsored by Beehive Bail Bonds, because sometimes bad things happen to good people.
I know you're disappointed. I know that the last thing you want to do is have a fight stop because of a cut. I know you'd battle right through that if you could and fight until your face was practically off. I just know that's the kind of heart you have. I think you get in here and you fight a tough kid in Demarques, and you were taking your shots. He fended them off very well. He said he's been training nothing but wrestlers because he knows how good you are. Hank, tell me what's going through your mind right now, man. How you feeling?
Shoot. It's going through my mind. Mama said there'd be days like this. That's what went through my mind. And right after his fist went through my mind, or his elbow.
Yeah, it was an elbow that came crashing down, Hank. And you know, you're right. You've seen better days. Obviously, you've been a Hall of Famer. You've had belts. You've kind of won it all here in the UCE, and it's always good just to see you come back, Hank. And I know that we're proud of you. Demarques Johnson is no slouch. He's top notch in that weight class. And Hank, I feel the same way about you, man. You know, we love you. You're part of our family. Hank, what's next, man? How do you bounce back from something like this?
Well, only way to bounce back is to come back. So that's what I'll do. I'll come back and we'll fight more, you know? I mean, it takes, winning is sweet because of the losses, you know? This sucked, but next time when I win and I lock someone or I rock someone, because of today is why I'll jump around and beat my chest and hold my hands in the air and say I'm the greatest and have delusions of grandirism. So.
No, Hank, that's not the case at all, man, because in my eyes and the eyes of the UCE family, you are great, brother. You're all those things wrapped up into one. Hank Weiss, I just want to tell you, it's always a pleasure to see you. I hate saying this to you. Tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Thanks for being a part of the experience. Is there anyone you need to thank?
Yeah, thank everyone who came. A couple guys who've never been to an MMA fight before. Right on.
Hey, thanks.
A couple in our corner that came, never seen a fight. Everyone who comes, thank you.
All right, Hank, with that being said, man, we'll see you very, very soon.
Okay, thanks.
Go to markmarine.com or call Marine Credit Systems 467-9980.
All right, Demarques. That sealed a date for me and you in St. George in a couple weeks here, man. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good. Once again, thanks to Hank for the fight. I mean, it was kind of a last-second deal. Everyone knows how that goes. And so thanks to you, thanks to Hank, Johnny, everybody. Team Elite, Dave Barrington over there, Barrington Home.
That guy right there?
Jason's Deli.
The real heavy guy, that guy?
Yeah, that fat guy over there.
I gotta tell you, Hank's in our Hall of Fame. I mean, you beat a UCE legend, in my opinion. I mean, he's done it all. He's been there. You beat him tonight, and you're on your way to the finals against either Ben or who's gonna win that fight, first of all?
Johnny knows I don't make predictions at nothing. I don't even predict my own fight. I just put your hands up and you're gonna see what happens. And you know Ben's gonna come out punching, Court's gonna come out wrestling. Good fight, in my opinion.
Punching or wrestling?
Yep.
Who'd you prefer?
I could care. Okay, I'll go with Court.
Okay, because Ben's got that crazy punch, you just never know, man, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, brother.
That's my boy.
I got to tell you right now, I'm excited about whoever it is. It's going to be a great match. So look forward to St. George, the big finals. Great job tonight. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Jason's Deli for my diet. All my friends and family who showed up over there. Share.
Not your sister. She's too young.
My sister's too young, but she'll see it on TV. Jeremy and Nick, everybody. Thanks for everybody coming out. Thanks.
He's got a lot of people to thank.
Oh, he's got a lot of people like that kid, Mike, and you see why when he gets in here. When he's calm and composed, he's the toughest kid there. You're not going to find many guys that are going to beat him. And right there, Mike, he just looked like he had that swagger. He looked good.
I'm telling you, I think he has come of age. I mean, early on, in my opinion, I think he took some big bites in his career early on that might have hurt him a little bit, but he really has come of his own. He feels comfortable now, and he's a very formidable opponent for anybody in this cage.
Oh, without a doubt, Mike, and I'm really looking forward to that matchup in the finals. I think whether it is Ben Fuimaono or Court McGee, I think it's going to be a great matchup for Demarques. You know, Demarques is going to have tests from here on out, no matter who he fights at this level. And guys like Hank is just a testament to that. Hank Weiss is probably one of the toughest guys that have ever fought inside this cage, whether it's grappling or his striking, and that's why we love Hank.
Without a doubt, but Demarques is moving on, as are we. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, Mark Marine here. Let me tell you why you should buy your next car from me. I'm that guy that's dedicated to making sure you understand how it all works. Let's talk sell price. Sell price is more than white shoe polish on the window. An artificially low sell price is like promising diamond earrings and only delivering on the pierce. Call me today and you can kick the dealer, not the tires. It's the only way to buy.
Go to markmarine.com or call Marine Credit Systems 467-9980.
Do you want to be an Ultimate Fighter? Or do you just want to get in the best shape of your life? Well, come on down to the Ultimate Combat Training Center in Kearns. There's something here for everybody. From hardcore team training to award-winning kids classes to no-contact women's kickboxing. UCTC has assembled the top instructors in boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts, and fitness classes, including flamenco, dance, ballet, tone, and breakdancing. For more information, give us a call at 967-5295 or check us out on the web at uceslc.com. The Maniac, Ben Fuimaono, a guy that used to be a staple inside this cage, and personally a guy that, I don't know, I've always just had this affinity for the kid. I've seen him grow so much in the cage. But Court McGee, I've seen him grow since he was just a little sprout. And now he's a pretty big sprout. And so to me, I've got a lot of emotional attachment to this fight. A couple of guys I really like, I really care a lot about both of them. But you know, these guys are warriors.
Like two of the nicest guys you'll ever meet until they step through that gate, and then it's all bets off. Court McGee, Mike, a fantastic wrestler. He's great with his takedowns. Benjamin Fuimaono on the hand, Mike, the guy we talked about. He's got the best 1-2 in the business, and now his jiu-jitsu game is getting better. So, Mike, this thing could go either way at any time in this fight.
He's got the best 1-2 in the business. Now he's got a little jiu-jitsu to back his play. It's a quote from my friend Brandon Melendez on the Tough Show.
I like it.
Light heavyweight, no holds barred, check it out. Well, Johnny, we just saw the first two of the semifinalists in this light heavyweight division. We've been talking a lot about it tonight, and really, Court McGee is the newcomer of the bunch for these guys that were all seasoned veterans.
But he fights like a seasoned vet, Mike. He's dominant performance. This kid, I see nothing but big things in the future.
5'9", 190 pounds, trains up to Northern Connection.
Oh, I'm pretty well-rounded. Just Muay Thai kickboxing, boxing, jiu-jitsu, submission, MMA, you know, and a little bit of wrestling. So just kind of all around. Oh, I do cardio twice a week, and I do wrestling twice a week, and Muay Thai kickboxing 3 times a week, and MMA, like cross training, about 4 days a week. So I pretty much train 6 days a week, and then I work full time too. So I just train hard, and I want to win. I know he's pretty tough, and I know he's got some heavy hands, and I rolled against him in a jiu-jitsu tournament, and he was definitely strong. So just looking forward to a dang good fight. It should be really good. He should be about the best opponent I've had yet. So I'm excited for just 3 rounds of freaking brawling. So should be good.
Yeah, I don't spend much time up north where Court's from, but he's got a lot of days in the week.
Yeah.
Seems like more than we get down here.
2 and 2 and 2 and 2. Well, Mike,
4
you know,
and 7 more of those.
maybe he's training twice the same day. Kickboxing.
Okay, well, that all makes sense. And Ben Fuimaono, though, you know he's been putting his work in both stand-up and ground over there at Absolute.
You expect to see a knockout. A lot of punches, a lot of knees, a lot of leg kicks, a lot of kicks, period. I do what I normally do. I got about a week's notice for this fight, and I just started. I've been training. I do the regular jiu-jitsu practice 3 hours a day, sometimes 4. Muay Thai. And we just do that throughout the whole week until it's time to fight. I'm gonna just beat his ass. Straight up. I'm gonna beat his ass.
Even watching Rampage.
He'll whoop his ass.
Yeah, well, you know, Ben Fuimaono's excited about it, so he's trying to get involved in a stare down here, and Court's having nothing to do with it.
Court's not going to have that, Mike. But did you hear Court say they did a grappling tournament? Who would have thought a year ago or two Ben would ever even be in a grappling tournament?
He wouldn't even come watch a grappling tournament when I knew the kid, but now his jiu-jitsu is getting pretty solid. You know, he's a pretty tough kid right there. Court McGee showing his repertoire of kicks right there, throwing a nice combination, winding up on the ground, though, with a nice takedown.
Yeah, Mike gets a takedown right when he got the body lock. Ben didn't he knew it was coming, so he jumped up, put his hooks around him, or put his guard around him. Now they falls to his back, and here we are.
Here we are, and this is where people realize for the first time that Court McGee is strong.
Oh my gosh.
You get in the mix with this kid, and he's just plain strong.
He's a freaking powerhouse, Mike. To go on top of all the stuff that he does and trains and works his butt off and fights hard, he's a powerhouse. You know, he can. Yeah, we've just seen him dominate guys, push him against the cage and just do what he wanted with him, and there was nothing they could do.
Court not shy about telling people about his story. He's a former drug addict that's really, really focused all that negative energy into training for fighting, and boy, really one of those things that make you feel good about doing a show like this, giving a guy like that an opportunity to come in and showcase his talents. And boy, so far he's hung with these upper echelon guys rather well.
Oh, he has, Mike. You said it's a great story. Married, just barely had a brand new baby boy that he's already got on the mat rolling around with him, Mike. So well, it's a cool story to hear from Court McGee.
Right there, you see Dave said he didn't want to see any more rolling around on the mat. Let's get these guys back up on their feet. And this is where Ben Fuimaono wants to be. I'm not sure what's going on his back there.
Yeah, I don't know, Mike. Maybe some kind of, who knows, swing worm or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe, Johnny.
Oh, you never know. You get it when you wrestle.
Maybe he's getting a tattoo.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I don't think so. Well, maybe. Who knows? Either way.
At any rate, these guys are fighting. They're back up on their feet, and they're slugging it out. Right here, Ben Fuimaono, a little surprise for me. He's wanting to tie up with Court, and you'd think he'd want to step back and try to throw some black.
Well, Mike, and that might, but he might be doing that to set this up. Oh, but he lands, he gets a shot.
Well, Dave's going to step in. He said he got shot in the ding-ding right there, and it looks like he very well may have. And Court's trying to apologize, give him a pat on the belly. But that thing looked like it did go in pretty
well, yeah, Mike, and it was absolutely unintentional. Court's just not that kind of a fighter. We were just having a discussion here about rude, what do you call it, fighting etiquette?
There is an etiquette of fighting. There are certain things that you just don't do as a fighter in the ring. I mean, you can. They're not against the rules, but you don't do them. You see right there, Court McGee didn't intend to knee Ben Fuimaono in the ding-ding. While that is illegal, it's also unethical.
Yeah. And you see it right there, and it did land pretty solid there, Mike.
It was solid, but again, unintentional. I think he was going for a thigh kick right there, and Ben Fuimaono felt all 100% of that thing right on his upper thigh.
Upper thigh?
Yeah.
In the midsection, right?
Upper thigh, lower belly button. Right there. Nice leg kick, though, by Court McGee, and he's really showing that he can kick you from a lot of angles. He's got a martial arts background, did karate for a number of years, and really has some pretty good kicks.
Well, I consider himself a mixed martial artist, Mike, but you're right. He's starting out you've known this guy for a long time when he was just a little pup, and he's come a long way, Mike. His story, he's just a tough kid.
You know, he really is. He's very well-rounded. You know, you see that his wrestling is as good as anybody we've seen. He's just so strong, and the big unknown for me is what his submission looks like. I don't know how good he is in submission, although I have seen him in submission tournaments. I've just seen him outstrength everybody he's been against.
Yeah, so let's see. But
right there.
Gets himself a nice body lock there, Mike, and lands in the half guard of Benjamin Fuimaono. And let's see what he does. Is he going to work submission? Is he going to work on that left arm, or is he going to do that, drop elbows, and try to cut Ben open?
I just see him as more of a ground and pound guy. You see right there, he's got such force and such velocity. He doesn't even have to wind up, but you can tell when he lands a shot, it lands with some really bad intentions.
Yeah, well, Ben's got a hold of that elbow because he knows what's going to happen if he doesn't. Bang! Right there, Court McGee's landing 4 or 5 really big elbows. And wow, Mike, that could be it for this.
That's a good way to finish a round. You know, you're very dominant with some nice, big, hard shots like that makes your opponent's head bounce off the canvas, because that will leave an impression on the judges and certainly seal up a 1-0 edge for Court McGee.
Well, Court McGee, Mike, talked about him being kind of new to us anyway, new to the Ultimate Combat experience. Benjamin Fuimaono, wow.
You've got Danny Sanchez working the corner of Court McGee, fighting the very first Ultimate Combat show back in 2000. He's been around a long, long time. When he fought then, he was a dinosaur for the sport. And he brings a lot of knowledge to the corner there, and you see they're making adjustments in the corner. This is going to be the big difference, what adjustments are made. And you saw right there, Ben Fuimaono come out with a nice leg kick, a nice combination on his feet. He wants to stand up with Court McGee, although he's not doing it right here.
He's not doing it right here, Mike. He rushed him instead of landing those kicks and punches and then pacing himself again. He rushed Court into the corner, and man, I don't know if that's what you want to do against this guy. Because
I think that's a flawed tactic right there.
Yeah.
He really didn't want to do that. And you see, he was the one pushing for the takedown. And boy, you find yourself now once again on the ground with a very strong Court McGee landing elbows on your face.
Well, this is kind of how the first round ended, Mike. He was in the same position, and he landed 5 or 6 solid forearms on the face of Benjamin Fuimaono. And all it takes is one of those to connect in the right spot, Mike, and a fight's over due to a cut.
Well, Johnny, we mentioned this in the Hank Weiss fight, though, that you never can be too cautious. You get caught into a shot like that, and Ben feels like his submission has gotten good enough that he can play that game down here on the ground. Although Ben, he's a stand-up fighter. He's a knockout kind of guy.
Oh, 1-2 in the business, Mike. You give this guy the opportunity, and you make one mistake on your feet, he can end the fight. But right here, I like what Court's doing, Mike. He's hammering the body. He'll transition as soon as Ben drops his hand down to protect his ribs, and then he'll throw something to the head. And that's smart ground and pound, Mike. He's just not going wild. He's really thinking about what he's doing here.
He is really starting to put a beating on Ben Fuimaono. I mean, he's just hitting him with a lot of shots and a lot of power shots that, boy, again, we mentioned this a little bit earlier, that you got to start looking to stop at a fight when things like this start to happen.
Well, Mike, we've talked a lot about how powerful Court McGee is, Mike, but let's also talk a little about his wrestling. I mean, all-American level. The kid, he gets in there and he competes and wrestles with some of the best. He's won the Summer Games. He is a state champion. The kid's good at what he does.
Well, and Ben Fuimaono's getting a little taste of that right here. Court McGee just kind of imposing his will on him. He's just pushing down on him and just keeping him there and really not giving Ben a whole lot of room to try to get out.
Well, yeah, Mike, there's nothing loose about this. He's staying real tight, and when there is, you see Ben, though, is improved. He is getting to his feet when those mistakes are made, but right there,
boy,
Court.
That's got to really take a lot out of you. You just fight so hard to get out from underneath. You barely get up to your feet, and you get dumped right back on your back, and you find yourself mounted by a very strong Court McGee.
Yeah, and now I think Court McGee's going to take his time here, Mike. He's not going to rush into anything. We talked about submission. Well, let's see it, Mike. Let's see if he does it right here. Let's see if he can get this.
We've also talked about the fact that these are 5-minute rounds. These guys are fighting for a full 5 minutes, and there's a lot of time left on the clock.
Well, Mike, and that's not good if you're in this position here, Mike, because if Court can crawl up, get you close enough to the cage, he's going to hammer down some elbows and fists and end this thing.
And Court not rushing to do anything. He realizes he's got plenty of time to get in the position he wants to be, but, well, time is running out.
Time is running out, Mike. Maybe he doesn't know that, and his corner would be smart to let him know that.
Maybe his corner's not that smart. I'm just kidding. I just gave Dave Sanchez all the props he deserves. There's no doubt about it. But it looks like right here, we're gonna see a third round. But we've seen Court McGee really dismantle the Maniac. Maniac's going to have to make some changes in order to have any chance of success in round 3 when we come back.
Own a timeshare or campground membership? Turn it into cash.
Timeshares Only got us our full asking price before our next monthly payment was due.
Timeshares Only is the nation's largest, #1 most successful timeshare agency, representing properties from the biggest names in the industry.
No one sells more timeshares.
Call now and receive a free information kit, including 10 secrets to timeshares. You owe it to yourself to work with the best.
Don't delay. Call 800-980-1898. So you've got the hottest cell phone, now you need the hottest games and ringtones. Get the latest games and ringtones to use on your personal cell phone right now. Text S51 for Super Mario Brothers. Text A51 for Sweet Home Alabama. Text G51 for Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Or text W51 for Diner Dash. And send it to 77888. Choose from any of these great games and ringtones to use as your very own. And don't forget to text your choice to 77888.
I couldn't believe how much I was paying for health insurance before, but Mega specializes in affordable health insurance for families and for people like me who don't get health insurance where we work.
Stop struggling to figure out how you can get affordable health insurance. If you're one of 45 million Americans without it, call the number on your screen right now to get affordable health insurance with the Mega Life and Health Insurance Company.
Do what we did. Call today.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, you're seeing here in the Crush Combat Camp. It's been a very exciting fight between the Maniac, Ben Fuimaono, and Court McGee, but really on my unofficial scorecard, I've got Court McGee up 2 rounds to nothing.
2 rounds to nothing, Mike, in this semifinal matchup to see who faces Demarques Johnson in the finals, Mike, for the championship.
And we've mentioned this several times, but it's worth noting once again that this light heavyweight division really has been the nexus of this round. I mean, it's gotten the most attention because the talent level is so deep here, and a newcomer in Court McGee has really earned his spot in the semifinals here. And this is what Ben Fuimaono needs to be doing.
He should have been doing this the first 2 rounds, Mike, and this thing could have been going completely different. Throwing punches, as soon as Court got him, he pushes him away. Almost had a throw right there, Mike, on Court.
And now he's got a leg lock, looks like, Johnny.
He's working for it, Mikey. If he gets this, I am going to go bananas because I can't believe it.
Oh! He dominated rounds 1 and 2, and it could be over here, right here. Ben Fuimaono, with the heart of a lion, is coming back, and he's got that on tight, Johnny.
He's got that on tight, Mike. You see Court's leg is starting to bend a little bit, and you can see Court is nervous. He's nervous.
He should be. That thing hurts.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see, oh, that thing's on. If he doesn't tap, it's going to snap. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, right there. I can't believe it. Court's not doing it. Court is not tapped.
It ain't worth it, brother. It's tapped, brother.
Yeah. Live to fight another day. You come back and do this thing again, but man, oh man.
Ben Fuimaono pulls out the improbable here. He's got a very tight leg lock on, and I think it's just a matter of time before this fight is over. You see Court trying to make things a little bit difficult, and well, Johnny.
Here we go.
Unbelievable.
Oh, he
has escaped. He has.
He gets out of it, Mike. He fights through it, and now full mount position. How the tides have changed, Mike. Wow.
Unbelievable, Johnny Ritchie. Boy, Ben Fuimaono just about stole one right there, and now he's got to be very frustrated.
Yeah, Mike, without a doubt, what do you do after that? But right here, look what Court's doing here, Mike.
Well, if nothing else, that tells you, Ben, you're not out of this thing. You could come back and win this thing.
Man, he came out with a flurry in that first 15, 20 seconds, throwing big punches. They get to the mat, throws a leg lock on. Court, he's just kind of squeezing on the court, and I'm really wondering what Court McGee's going to do here.
Ben's got to think about certain little things in the fight game. He did throw that nice flurry, but he found himself up against the cage again. He's got to stay in the center of the cage. If he's up against the kid, he doesn't want to go to the ground with.
And I guess that might be easier said than done when you got that giant of a guy, Court McGee, coming at you, pushing you.
And keep in mind, our cage is smaller than most. I mean, it's an 18-foot cage. There's not a whole lot of room for a guy that's going to try to use footwork and move around and stay away from somebody.
Well, Mike, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide in this cage.
Absolutely not. A little bit of a lull in the action right here, Johnny Ritchie, but I'm not complaining about it at all.
No.
You saw two warriors that have just laid it out on the line for 2 rounds, and then the first of this round was nothing but action. You see right here, it looks like Court's trying to kind of inch his way into a shoulder choke situation, and
there he's got it.
We talked about the strength of Court McGee. Look at that.
Yeah, Mike, he's got that thing. I mean, he is squeezing.
Oh, baby, 10 seconds left in this fight. I think it's academic who's going to win this fight, but I think for pride's sake, Ben Fuimaono is going to try to. Oh, no,
that's a tap right
the
there.
Lights going out.
He did.
He was on his way out, Johnny Ritchie, with 7 seconds left. That thing was on, and it was on tight. It took a little time for Court to set that thing up, and some referees might have stopped it due to inaction, but you see right there that Dave saw what was happening in that fight. Dave saw the shoulder choke inching on, and that thing was on.
That thing was on right there. Benjamin Fuimaono, Mike, obviously disappointed, but he fought a tough kid. It's not like he fought some bum and lost. He fought Court McGee, a guy who's a stallion, a guy who's probably our favorite for the best up-and-coming fighter this whole round.
Without a doubt. Danny Sanchez has got to be very proud. Court McGee has represented that gym so well, and Danny has played such a big part in his stand-up game, getting to where it needs to be. And right there, Court McGee just beat the guy who we always felt had the best stand-up game in UCE, and Court McGee is now that guy.
Well, Court McGee, Demarques Johnson in the finals, Mike. I can hardly wait. I'm anticipating that match right now.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Ayers Law Firm and the DUI Hotline. Give Tyler a call at 255-5555 or check him out online at utahduihotline.com. All right, Ben. Then you get in here, brother, and we've seen you advance so much as a fighter just in this past year. We haven't seen you a whole lot, but every time you get in here, you look so much. Your jiu-jitsu looks good. Your wrestling looks great, and your stand-up has always been top-notch, Ben. And you go against a strong wrestler tonight. I think in that second round, you really took wind of that, and when he charged in, you threw him off and bap, landed a few shots. You did that a couple times. And when he got to the mat, he did a pretty good job of setting that shoulder choke up, and he landed it, Ben. Tell me, what was the difference in this fight?
The difference in this fight, well, I got tapped out, but I felt more comfortable being on my back today. I think a little bit too comfortable. The guy's a strong guy on top of me the whole time, trying to get him off. I hear my corners over here telling me, get out of there, get out of there. Man, it's easier said than done.
Easier said than done when you're going up against Court McGee. The kid is a powerhouse. But Ben, I'm going to tell you right now, he said the same thing about you. You guys actually grappled at our grappling tournament. He goes, Ben Fuimaono is so strong. The guy gets a hold of you, and you feel his strength. And that's why I thought this was such a good matchup tonight, because you're so versed at your styles. But Ben, you're getting better every time. What's next for you, man?
Just keep getting better, man, and keep taking on more fights like Mr. McGee over there. Court McGee. Just more guys like him, and just keep fighting, man.
Well, Ben, you know that we would never, because we couldn't, first off, we couldn't find anyone that wants to fight the Maniac, and you're only going to fight tough fights for us, Ben, and because you're at the top of this class. But you went 3 rounds, then there was only 7 seconds left. He did get the tap. Ben, I really want you to come back. 7 seconds left. Sorry, there's only 7 seconds on the clock, yeah. But that's okay.
You're lucky, man.
Hey, but it was a great fight, man. Ben, I just want to say thanks a lot again, and on behalf of Ultimate Combat Experience, thanks a ton. Tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Is there anyone you need to thank?
Oh, man, I just want to thank my team, my gym, Absolute MMA, my instructor, Rob Hanley, my cornerman, and my training partner, Steve Razor Sharp. You guys all know him. And my man, Balton. They just helped me get to where I'm at, man.
Well, Ben, they're doing a great job because you're getting better every time. I just want to say thanks for being here, man. Hopefully we'll see you very, very soon.
Thank you.
This post-fight interview sponsored by Beehive Bell Bonds, because sometimes bad things happen to good people.
Attitude Tattoo said that was cool. You can bleep that out.
$100. $100 worth of tattoos.
All right.
You can put my name right on your arm. Fix that thing right there. It's got the teeniest little tattoo right here. We should add on to that.
Hey.
What is that anyway?
My initials.
Looks like a mosquito bite.
Yeah.
Hey man. Hey. Ben Fuimaono. He's a legend in this cage. You made it look very easy tonight. What's up?
Guys like that make this sport fantastic. That guy's attitude's just up here. He don't talk. He just puts up in the ring.
And I gotta tell you, Ben wasn't always that way. He grew up in this cage, I gotta tell you. I mean, and I've been very happy to see that, and I gotta tell you, it was very impressive. We were talking about this before the fight. It was great having you guys come in here, because I've known Ben a long time, I've known you a long time, I love you both. But man, Court, you looked impressive tonight.
Well, thanks, I appreciate you having me here. I owe a lot to you.
Let's talk, Court. You're gonna fight Demarques Johnson in the finals in St. George. What's going on there?
He is one of 4 guys that have submitted me, so I know he can beat me on the ground, and I think it'll be a good fight.
He submitted you when punches weren't coming at him?
Yeah, but still, I just have a lot of respect for him.
And you should. He's a very talented kid, but I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Go home,
Court.
rest it up, train hard. And
that's the key right there. Just get your game back together, come back and do it. I'm excited about that matchup. I got to tell you, you beat a tough kid tonight. I'm very proud of you. Great job tonight. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
An exciting night of fights, Johnny.
Oh, without a doubt, Mike. Man, from top to bottom, you weren't sure what was going to happen in any of those fights. You saw Demarques Johnson get that win over Hank Weiss. You see Court McGee and Benjamin Fuimaono almost go 3 rounds of a war. That was a great fight, Mike.
Well, I got to tell you, though, that light heavyweight division is sick. It's ridiculous. And on any given day, any of those guys, I think, could beat one another. Sure. It just so happens that Demarques and Court emerged, and hey, that's an exciting matchup. I'm excited about it.
Well, Mike, and they earned their way there either. They aren't paper champs. They fought the tough guys. They won the fights they needed to win to make it to the finals, to make this thing legit, and that's what I really like about it.
And that's what makes the finals exciting, because every weight class was like that. We're going to see the best of the best, the cream of the crop in St. George. I'm excited about it.
Without a doubt, Mike, me too. And, once again, without the fighters, the fans, you guys, we couldn't do this. Keep supporting your local MMA. Come see Ultimate Combat. Log on to the website and just be a part of the experience.
Okay, we got one more of these next week before the finals, and very similar type of stuff, so you definitely want to tune in for that. Johnny Ritchie, thank you so much. Great night tonight. We'll see you next week on the Ultimate Combat Experience.